we designed in the simple 3 steps for our users to feel it is seamless, and they almost cannot feel that in any step of the way they have to stop and pause and figuring out or leave us. So Ju.com began in 2013 as juchain, and last year we were still juchain. It's a regional exchange, and the scale of today tells us a different story. We have 50 million users worldwide. We present in more than 100 countries, and we have $5 billion in daily trading volume, and our token moving from 10 cents now to above $7.5. We are no longer only a venue that we trade assets, we are an ecosystem. And you can see our juchain really providing the infrastructure. And also we have ex-brokers connecting real-world assets. And our JuCard and JuPay, they are taking and linking finance to our daily use. And JuLab is our investing lab in the future. And at the heart of our daily utility here, I would like to highlight is the JuPay, which is the world's first payment system that truly breaks the geography. With JuPay, payments are no longer defined by borders. For example, a trader in Dubai, they can remit to family in Singapore. And with fiat and crypto flow seamlessly in one channel. And JuCard extends this experience to everyday spending. Doesn't matter from your coffee shop or to global travel or user, you just can swap and scan with low fees, enjoying the same simplicity whether they are at home or abroad. For daily use, JuPay covers everything. Scan to pay and our QR payments and red packets, peer-to-peer transfers, and it bridges the Web 2, Web 3 in real life and giving users one wallet that works everywhere. So this is really the first time finance and lifestyle, they converge into a single and borderless experience. JuPay makes money moves as naturally as sending a message on your phone. As this ecosystem grew, the question became, how do we make this value tangible in features user can touch every day and experience it with us? So you can see that what makes
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is a stage performance, or you could say a stage talk from the CEO of Ju.com exchange, right? We're going to look at Ju.com exchange. They are one of the premier exchanges that have been around in crypto over the last couple of
that shaped the world we know today. Our new office spans 86,000 square feet and can accommodate over 400 people. We designed it as a hub for collaboration, innovation, and growth across Europe. Leading our European expansion is Kenny Dan, our CEO for Europe, alongside Hugo Theo as COO. Kenny brings over a decade of fintech and crypto leadership experience, while Hugo's operational expertise ensures we are building something sustainable and scalable. We are already building a strong local team of talented professionals who understand both the European market and our global vision. We are hiring locally because we believe the best way to serve European users is with people who truly understand the culture and needs of each market. We are actively pursuing our MiCA license to operate fully compliant across the entire EU. This represents our long-term commitment to transparency, security, and building trust with European users and regulators. By the end of 2025, we plan to grow this team to around 100 members across key European markets. This expansion reflects our belief that Europe deserves better crypto infrastructure and our commitment to delivering it. From this office in Crypto Valley, we are building the foundation for Europe's crypto future. It's the same juchain innovation, but now with European precision and Swiss reliability. Welcome to juchain Europe.
Okay, so we're here today to talk about can you guys see my screen? For some reason, my screen switched. Okay. Okay, so we're here to talk about a project called JBank, okay? Now, JBank is a staking protocol, right? It's the only Olympus DAO project backed fully or fully backed by Ju.com, which is a 12, currently a 13-year-old crypto exchange providing a strong foundation of trust, transparency, and long-term stability. Right, so we're looking at four reasons why you should look at this opportunity. Now, personally, myself, I'm super excited about this. I've been in the crypto space over the last 6 years now, mainly started in DeFi, got into a little bit of trading, got into the affiliate space, and I'm loving all of it, right? And so this is what I do full time. But I haven't been in a project that was backed by an exchange that had already built credibility over the last 13 years and is in our passive space. For those of you that love passive income or staking, earning rewards, this is for you, right? Now, here you're also able to earn every 8 hours. So if you're somebody that's looking for consistent profits, guess what? You can make withdrawals every 8 hours. You can earn profits every 8 hours here inside of JBank. The next thing is we're using their token. A token that we're using a stake called the JUP token should not be confused with Jupiter on Solana. This is a token built on their own blockchain called the juchain, right? So this is the staking token, just like how you have the Binance Smart Chain, and then you have the Pancake Swap, which is the one of the largest, if not the largest, liquidity pool decks they have on the Binance Smart Chain. They have their own token for staking called Cake, right? And then they have BNB for gas fees. So here we have Jupe, the token for staking, and then they have the Ju token, the JU token for gas fees, right? So that's a good thing. Now, this token is integral, very, very important. It's not a pump and dump token. That's what makes this project very unique. It is the future payment token of the entire Jew ecosystem, driving real use, real demand, and long-term value. Early participation in JBank puts you at the heart of all of this. The next thing is that is a low global entry amount, meaning that anyone around the world who, is in some financial turmoil or is just looking for a way to get into an opportunity and build upwards from there, they can get started with as little as 5 Jupe, currently around about $50 worth of the token. Okay. So we're looking at the partnership behind all these three elements, right? The first one being Jew.com. Jew.com is an exchange. They've been around since 2013. You can look them up. In fact, we'll do a little bit of fact checking over on CoinMarketCap and other sources. They rebranded. That was not their name. They were called JBank and JuCoin, and now they're Jew.com. Then in somewhere in 2025, they said, look, we need to innovate, right? We need to expand and go global. And they created juchain. And they have their gas fee token called the JU token that runs all the fees on this blockchain. This was launched just May 1st of 2025. Literally, it's only about a year old. Fast forward in November 2025, they started to test the Olympus DAO smart contract model. Now, what is the Olympus DAO model? It's a staking protocol that has proven throughout the years in this space that you can keep earning rewards if a protocol is built right. Right? For the last 6 years, 7 years, people have been earning rewards every day on the Olympus DAO staking protocol, whilst many of us have been through ups and downs in projects that disappeared overnight, last for 6 months, 12 months. If you're truly tired of that, then you really, really, just like myself and many others here, need to look into this type of protocol because it's a proven system that's already working, right? Some of you have heard about Origin LGNS. They copied the same Olympus DAO model and they had the backing of a massive foundation out in Asia and they were able to sustain and succeed the last 2 years, right? Same thing here, folks. We're getting in early on an opportunity many people haven't heard of because it was regional, including the exchange. And we get to be at the forefront and be a part of a proven model inside of this crypto space, right? So as far as, fact checking, they're everywhere. You can look up and Jew.com, look at their history. They currently have almost $500 million in reserves sitting on chain. They put all the information on CoinMarketCap with their on-chain wallets so people can see that they are very liquid and they can sustain the growth of their entire ecosystem. Okay. They also have their own app, right, which is a web3 wallet, just like Token Pocket, MetaMask, or a SafePal, right? And but in this app is a three-in-one app. The first page of the app is their exchange, right? So if you want to use the exchange, you can register as a centralized exchange and use your exchange, or you can switch from exchange mode and go straight to Web3 wallet, as you can see right here, right? You can see they have exchange, they have Web3, right? Then they have the other one, the JPay, which the CEO had talked about, the payment service as well, right? So you just go and switch between all of that at the top over here. Now this app is available on the Apple Store, right? And also the Play Store. And if you want to download, you can just go on their website as well and click on download and download it. Right. So we've heard about the JBank protocol. This is their token. This is their contract address on their own blockchain. So you're not gonna find it on Ethereum. You're not gonna find it on Solana. You're not gonna find it on Binance. You're gonna have to come into their own blockchain to access their ecosystem. Okay. So as trust in traditional finance declines, DeFi is emerging as a new financial paradigm, right? In this ecosystem, the JU token, which is the gas fee token, functions as a sovereign asset, while the JBank serves as its liquidity core. Think about all of this coming in here to stake. We are bringing in USDT from the crypto world and putting it on chain into your blockchain. We are feeding this network with liquidity. And for that reason, we will be rewarded the most by this protocol, right? They also have their own payment card. We'll look at the payment card, folks. This is an amazing opportunity for you to get a free crypto card today that has an IBAN account for you to send and receive international bank wires. That is what we are introducing to you guys here today. A real ecosystem that everyone would be excited about. Okay. Let me go next. So this is how the Olympus DAO model works. Basically, it's not just money in, money out. They have multiple cuts and corners and mechanisms in place in the smart contract that allows, the liquidity we provide to buy bonds. They release the equity of those bonds, everything through smart contract, no human control, release it, liquidity and reserves, and then they have a treasury and the treasury is able to allow us to mint 1:1 based on the assets that they hold. So anyone earns a token is because there's a token to release through circulation that they know they can back by USDT, right? So once we mint, that increases the jupe in circulation, the price of jupe drops, the bond prices grow up, they buy more, and the cycle repeats itself on and on and on and on and on. And that's what's led to Olympus DAO being a successful protocol. They took the same system, put it here. Now we are able to earn currently one of the highest APYs inside of this passive staking reward space. You can earn, or let me just ask you this question. How would you like to earn up to 2,500%? right? How would you like to earn up to 2,500% in rewards from staking, right? You have multiple options. In fact, they have three main options for you to stake, and we'll go ahead and look at it. The first one is the flexible no lock. Here, individuals are able to stake the JUP token without locking their principal. So there's no lock. You earn 0.1% in tokens every 8 hours, right? Or you can say you earn 0.3% a day, right? You can withdraw your rewards every day. And since your principal is not locked, you can claim it at any time you choose. You earn 9.4% in a month if you allow your profits to sit, because when you allow your profits to sit, they also earn 0.3% along with your principal, right? Any profit sitting in your profit wallet is earning the 0.3%. So technically everything is compounded, right? That's the idea you want to put behind it. Your profits earn 0.3%, your principal earns 0.3% a day. In 6 months, if you didn't make a withdrawal, you'd see your portfolio grow 71%. And within a year, you would have 200% more tokens, right? So if you started in this example with, let's just say, $1,000 worth of tokens, we'll call it 1K. It means that at the end of the year, you would have 2K in profit plus your 1K, plus your 1K, okay? So now let's look at the next one. We are looking at the 180-day staking contract. Here, your principal is locked in for 180 days. After the 180 days, it unlocks, and all you have to do is hit claim, and it goes instantly to your wallet. Here, you earn 0.2% every 8 hours. This adds up to 0.6% every 24 hours, every day. Now, you can withdraw that 0.6% daily, or if you let it sit in the profit wallet, that profit also earns 0.6% along with your principal. So everything is compounding. Your total profit in the first month will be 19.7%. So that's a very, very good number. And within 6 months, you'd have earned 200% return. And in a year, you would have 800% return, right? So in this example, you also started with 1K, right? And you find yourself with $8,000 in profit in terms of tokens, right? $8,000 worth of tokens. Now, this is all if the price stays the same. The price could easily go up and easily go down. That is crypto. It goes up, it goes down. Everybody screams. It goes up. You say yay. It goes down, we say nay, right? And then it continues to repeat that cycle. So if you've been in this space long enough, you learn not to look at price, especially when you have a real ecosystem that functions and that has the right team behind it. Price is the last thing you look at. Your job is to look at how many tokens do you have. It doesn't matter what Bitcoin's price is. It's gonna go down or it's gonna go up. The question is, do you have 1,000 Bitcoins? Do you have 100 Bitcoins? Do you have 10 Bitcoins, right? So that is the real question we should be asking ourselves as opposed to just watching the price, right? So here you have the option to accumulate a lot of tokens. That is the goal here. You're earning at a very fast rate that you wouldn't probably earn in traditional staking protocols. Now, here, if you take the 365-day contract, here you earn the most. You're earning 0.3% every 8 hours. You can withdraw that 0.3% every 8 hours, or you just wait for the end of the day and accumulate that 0.9% and withdraw it, right? So here you can also decide that, okay, you're just going to let it grow, right? So your profit earns 0.9%. Your principal also earns 0.9% simultaneously. So by the end of the month, you would have compounded profits of up to 30.9%. Now you do this for 6 months, you would have 400% return, four times your principal in just 6 months. Most ROI projects we've been in this space, centralized or decentralized, that even pay out 1% a day, will take you 12 months to earn 365%. 12 months. Folks, you're doing this in half the time. You're reducing your risk faster because you're understanding timing and positioning with an ecosystem like this, right? Now, if you let it continue to grow for a year, you would have earned 2,557%. So in this scenario, you would have earned 25,000. We just call it 25K just to make it simple, right? You'd have earned 25K from $1,000, 1K. Okay, so that's the goal here. Accumulate these tokens. Now, next question somebody asks is, well, since we are earning their token, the JUP token, is it not susceptible to going down in price? Of course, that's any coin, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, doesn't matter. So let's just give the scenario. You put in 1K, you waited a whole year, you earned 25,000, the price goes down 50%. Because there's something, a big secret here I want to share with you guys, right? Price goes down 50%. Your 25,000 in tokens that you earned is the value is reduced by 50%. The number of tokens doesn't change. You still have all the tokens. It's just the price went down. You have 10 Bitcoin, but the price went down from 100,000 each to 60,000 each. Doesn't mean you lost your Bitcoin. You're still holding the Bitcoin, right? But let's just say price went down 50%. That puts you at $12,500. I want somebody to put a two in the chat, right? If this does not sound good, you started with 1,000 and in 12 months you earned $12,500 worth of profits because your token went down 50%. Does this still sound good to you? Drop a two in the chat. Because where would you find a protocol that will pay you 12 times in a year? Right? And let's say the worst of the worst cases, right? Because folks, a lot of us have been through the worst. We know we've been through so much bad that all we are is pessimistic and everything is too good to be true and we are hurt and we have PTSD and crypto is bad and crypto is good and crypto is bad, right? So let's just flow with the negative energy, right? It goes down another 50%, right? So after that huge 50%, it goes down another massive 50%. Let's see what you walk away with, okay? You still walk away with over $6,000 worth of tokens in 12 months. Folks, you started with 1,000. I want you to drop a three in the chat if the 6,000 is still profitable to you from just 1,000 that you put in. Right? So we can keep going. We can drop it down another 30% and you will still be in profit. So, folks, this is the power of asset accumulation. This is what I learned from some of the folks that are in Origin, in all these other, in Olympus DAO that are doing six figures a month, right? Multiple six figures, right? There's a guy I met, he's doing about 400,000 a month in rewards that he's earning from Origins. And all he did was just get in about 4 months early. That's it. He got in about 3 to 4 months when they launched, put a little bit of funds in. He understood it with time, built a community, happened to be early. A lot of people joined his community. He's earning multiple six figures. Folks, they are just backed by a foundation. This is the only project backed by an exchange that has a proven, credible, trustworthy track record over the last 13 years. Right? So now that you've earned your rewards, how about withdrawals, right? So now you want to withdraw your rewards. Let's go right to it. So you have a separate wallet for that, like we discussed. It's called the Stake and Profit wallet. You can see here there's rewards here for this individual, and you have two methods to claim it, right? Only two methods. The first method says it will take a total of 20 days for the entire amount to be released. It's not that you have to wait 20 days. No. The minute you withdraw, for example, there's $2,000 that was withdrawn. The very minute you withdrew, you will get some of it that day, not all of it. The next day you get some of it. We'll go into it, okay? There's a 25% fee. This is part of the mechanisms that you want in this protocol to sustain it for multiple years to come. If it's just money in, money out, and no systems to collect, reinvest, deposit, recycle, and all these different things, then you don't have a clean ecosystem, right? So these fees, personally, I appreciate it. I am very, very excited to participate in always letting them take their fees. Because why? 50% is burnt. When we say burning, meaning that you're destroying the number of tokens in circulation. You're removing them out of the market. You're limiting the supply, increasing the demand, and this has two effects. It either stabilizes price as it's going down, or it boosts price when the market is going up. So this is why this is important to all of us, right? The next is that the 50% of those fees all go back into the ecosystem, into the treasury to keep the entire system liquid so the next person has tokens to enjoy. So you have that option, right? The next option is if you want zero fees, then all that distribution, your profits will be distributed throughout an 180-day period, right? So most of us, if not all of us, are just going for the 20 days, right? Now let's break it down a little bit further, right? So here you put in 10,000, you earned 30%, you waited a whole month, right? You said, look, I want to withdraw and pay some bills. They say, okay, we're going to take that 25% fee. You say, well, no problem. Just take it so I can get my money, right? Boom. Now you have your $2,250 worth of JUP. What's going to happen? Do you have to wait till 20 days to receive the 2,000? No. From that very second, right, is divided into 20 pieces. You can call it 20 slices. Imagine you have a big pizza, right, of $2,250 worth, and they divide it into 20 slices so you can eat one slice per day. That's what's going on here. So that 20 days, you still get paid every day. They just break it down so you get increments for the next 20 days. So every day you make a new withdrawal from the profit wallet, that new withdrawal also gets broken down into 20 pieces, right? And you will get all your tokens, okay? You're gonna get all your tokens. Now this, if you look at it, think about the chart, looking at the chart, and every day is just massive sales. That's not gonna look good. But when everyone's profits is broken down, small units of cells. And that allows for when people are coming in with small, even small units of buy to keep the chart healthy and hence no pump and dump. Okay, so we're gonna touch base again. What are the four reasons why you should join JBank? Number one, we haven't seen a project in this space backed by a trusted exchange. Ju.com has done it all. Very compliant, major partnerships globally since 2025 when they got their new CEO. 2024, they began to do new expansions. Folks, we are early to something a lot of people would be coming towards to, okay? We earn their token every 8 hours. They have their payment card. We'll look at the crypto card. And then they also, it's only $50 minimum for anyone to get started, right? So we did speak about the crypto card. I want to touch base on it real quick, right? This is the website once you get your link from the person that invited you. So please get with the person that invited you. They'll send you a link. Once you get the link, it will take you straight to a page that you have to bind their wallet ID would be here or address would be here. Your link will pop up here. But if you do not bind, you're not going to be able to get started yet. You have to bind to a sponsor. Now, here's the next thing. You're going to need the gas fee, not Ethereum, not Solana, not BNB, JU. JU, the token for the gas. Your sponsor will send you some. If not, sign up for the exchange separately and just buy $5 or $1 worth of the token, and you can use that to cover gas for months, okay? So you're gonna need gas before you can buy it. Now, for everyone who's staking, I want you guys to look at this, right? One of the main things in crypto is a lot of people either don't have access to fiat or have an issue converting fiat to crypto. And also, a lot of people have crypto and they have issues converting it to fiat through traditional banking systems because of the high fees, the taxes. So you're looking for offshore banking alternatives that allow them to spend their crypto. Folks, I want to welcome you to the GAT Visa business card that comes as a bonus to every JBank user. You need to be able to apply for it. There is a requirement. Users would have to stake at least 300 JUP on a 365-day contract. This is about $3,000 only, and you get a free business card. We'll look at what the card can do, okay? Now, this card, when you apply, they will ship you a physical card. You get the virtual, but they will mail you a physical card. If you're within Asia, it takes about a week. If you're outside of Asia, it should take about 3 weeks or less, right? Now here you can top up with either USDT BEP20 or ERC20 or TRC20. There's the fees, right? When you swipe, you use your card, you go to the ATM, is only 1.5% in fees, and every month you pay a $1 fee. As far as transactions, per swipe, per tap, you can take out 20,000 per transaction. Within 24 hours, you can spend up to $500,000. Folks, this is a good card for a lot of business people out there. You can really market this tool, this ecosystem, and grow a massive community. Just think about this solution alone and what it does. This is the only place I know where think about a bank where they say, come and open a savings account, high yield savings, put in $3,000, and we'll give you this bank card with all these features and limits. And guess what? Your 3,000 high yield savings account is earning 0.9% a day. You can spend that on your card. You have a free card and free crypto to spend. Where else would you find an opportunity like this? Right? You have the ability to spend $1 million worth of crypto every month, crypto and fiat. Okay, and fiat. So we'll quickly look at the bank. For those of you that are wondering, is this, who is GAT Bank? Folks, they're online. You can look them up. Go look at their documents and all that. Regulated bank. They've been around for a few years now. GAT Investment Bank. They're a global online bank based out of Asia. And folks, they have been providing services for a lot of companies and institutions and individuals throughout Malaysia and throughout all of Asia, right? You get your own account. They even have their own payment service called GPay. Okay, you get your own login. Once you get your card, you can log in. You get an IBAN account. You can send out bank wires. You can receive bank wires as well. Okay, Alipay, Apple Pay, whatever, right? And you can switch currencies. Huge, right? Huge. We get all of this for free. Now, real quick, this is the JUP token. Just want to show you guys what we mean by timing in these projects, right? So project launch token went from about $12, went all the way down 40% to about $8 and 20, 30, 40 cents, right? We got in around somewhere around $8 and 40. And I was telling people in my team, I said, look, when you see a chart bend over and start a green candle like this, get in. Lo and behold, folks, it went to $9.80 at 60 cents. It's gonna switch back up. It's on its way. It might move a little bit down, but it's on its way back up. Why? Community is beginning to grow. This is the time you want to get in, not when it's at 12. Now, so whatever you earn can also appreciate faster because the goal in any investment, and once again, I'm not a financial investor, but your goal, I believe, is to get back what you put in fast enough to be without risk. And if that can go through having a price appreciation or accumulating more tokens or building a team, whichever way, as long as you are able to win, then that's what matters, right? Okay, so real quick, this is your blockchain. We're going to look at your blockchain ecosystem real quick so you guys can see it's not a project that just built something and said, oh, we have a blockchain. No, they actually have a blockchain. They have multiple dApps already on it They have games, they have their own swaps, they even have their own version of pump funds. Anyone can make a meme coin in seconds. You can come here, create your own meme coin for your community, expose your community to it. Everyone can pump it. You can earn money from that, right? You can do so many things. They have their air code wallets, websites you can buy, like, web IDs and crypto, a lot of stuff, right? Games. The project that happens to be the hottest trending topic is just JBank, right? Is JBank. And that's why we'll look at the last video from the CEO who addresses the JBank community because of how fast they are helping this blockchain grow. All they need and want is users. They have about 4 million users now. Even compared to their centralized exchange that has 55 million users, they have nothing, right? They want to have the 500 million like the Binances and the Solanas, and they want the millions of users. And the only way to do that is to create different ways to attract and incentivize people. So for those that love passive, now we can get on board, right? So real quick, just want to touch on the compensation plan, right? For those of you that are looking to share this opportunity, it's definitely very rewarding, right? Personally, myself, I have been sharing and I'm encouraging people in my community to share as well. Why? Because we earn four different ways. And the four different ways, the first one is through the directs, right? We earn 10% on all the profits generated from our directs. Okay. I know from the entire team, once you hit a rank, you earn through unlimited levels profit share from your entire organization. If someone has a rank similar to yours, you will get rewarded 10% of that individual's rank bonus. And if you are bringing in new sales every time you hit a new rank and you still continue to bring in new sales, you can earn up to an extra 10% on the new sales, the profits coming in just on those new sales. So you're earning four different ways in this ecosystem. Let's go into a quick deep dive, right? Now, in order to actually earn, you need to have at least a 5 JUP staked. Very important. You need to have at least 5 JUP staked, or else you're not going to earn a dollar when you share your link, right? Now, with the commissions, there is a commission cap, meaning that for every one JUP you have in staking, you can earn 4 JUP in commissions. This does not affect your principal. Your principal is in a contract. A contract is a contract, will not be broken. You will always continue to earn, but you will not receive commissions unless you meet this requirement, right? So if you have earned four times what you put in, then you need to be able to put some more into this commission structure so that you can be able to continue to earn, okay? Let's go right into the rank system real quick. So here they have about 11 ranks, right? The first one being the V1 rank. Now remember, everyone earns from their directs, has nothing to do with the ranks, right? Now the first rank only requires 2,000 in volume. Once you have 2,000 in total team volume staked, you qualify, right? 4,000, 8,000, 9,000, 2,000, you qualify. You earn an extra 10% on the entire staking, the profits that's generated. So here, if this profit earns $20 a day, you get 10%, $2 worth of tokens every single day. $60 a month, free tokens for sharing, right? V2, your volume is at $10,000, then guess what? Now you're at 20%. So already 10,000 is not a lot of volume, and then you're at a higher percentage, right? So if this earns $100 a day, you get 20%, $20 a day. You add it up, that's about $600 a month, okay? Now, your direct also will give you 10% on what they earn. So that's something to look out for. V3 here with 20,000 in volume, you are now at 30%, right? Now also, let's draw this out real quick, right? 1, 2, 3 to 7, right? For example. So here, what you're saying is if you have, for example, this member here, number one, happens to be a V2, right? And here happens to be a V1, and these guys are not ranked, and you're a V3, right? You would not earn 30% on everyone's staking profit. No. From this team, you can only collect the difference because there's somebody with a rank. So 30 minus 20, you get the difference every day. On this team, they have a rank 1. So 30 minus 10, you get that difference every day on their team. Now, for those that are unranked on these other legs, you get the whole thing. Okay. Now, V4, you have $60,000 in volume, you add 40%. Okay, so same principle applies here. Now, here's the good thing that starts from once you hit V3. Once you have 20,000 in volume and you add V3, let's say you wake up the next day, you have $4,000 in new sales that was added. They will start to pay you 5% of the profits generated from that 4,000 alone. So if by the time it's growing, you have 20,000, 10,000 in new sales, 15,000 in new sales, all those new sales, the profits they get, they give you an extra 5%. That's including everything you collected already. And as you grow in ranks, that percentage goes higher. Okay. V5, now V5 here, it requires you to have two teams that have ranked up. Okay. 100,000 in volume, one V4, one V3 puts you at 50% check match on all the profits generated from the community. Once again, let's take a look here, right? So let's say you have a V3 here, all right? V3, and you have a V4 here, right? V4. And then you are a V5, right? So this is how that would look like. So basically you can build your entire network with just two teams. Now, these ranks don't have to be direct to you. This V4 could actually be levels below and you will still rank up, okay? Could be levels below and you will still rank up. So it doesn't have to be your direct. And you can see V6, you have 200,000 in volume. You need to have a V5 and a V4 leg. You're at 60%. And it goes on. V7, V8, V9, 2 million in sales. V10, 4 million in sales. And V10 plus, creme de la creme, 10 million in sales, right? So you see all the different rewards and benefits as you go. Let's quickly look at how the withdrawals work here. And then we'll do a quick income disclaimer or income projection of what you could be earning, right? So once again, this is not financial advice, right? And this is not guaranteed. If you do not put in the work, you would not have the results. But if you do, then you could actually have a lot more than what you're even seeing on the screen, right? A V1 could easily take about $300 a month home. V2s could do the same with $500 a month. V3s could be at 2 grand a month, right? V4s could be earning $5,000 every single month with less than 100,000 in volume. Think about that, right? V5s could be collecting anywhere up to 10,000 or more every single month. Because remember, you might have more volume wide with unranked members. So even if the people wide to you just earn 1,000 a day and you had a 50% check match, you get 500 every day from just that team that is unranked. So you could always earn way more than these numbers here on the screen, right? V6 could be at 30,000 a month, right? And it goes all the way. You see V10s doing $300,000 a month. Yes, folks, this is very possible. This is crypto. It happens every day. Okay. It just takes time. It takes work and it takes a project staying around for more than 6 to 12 months. And that is why we are part of this ecosystem. We are looking forward to the future growth and development that Ju.com and JBank has to offer. Right now with the withdrawals, guess what? If you're earning commissions, you have an advantage to withdraw at a much faster rate than someone who's just staking, okay? So your commissions, you get them released within the 7 day cycle. Same 25% fees, 50% is reducing the supply, increasing demand, raising price. The other 50% goes back to the ecosystem, okay? So a quick example, you earned 10,000 tokens. They took their fees. You had 7,500 tokens left. Now they split that into 7 slices or 7 pieces. And every day you get 1 slice or 1 piece to consume. And by the day 7, you have collected all your slices or pieces from the withdrawal. There's one more step again. Once again, this is the steps and sections and corners and stuff you want, the different protocols you want inside of your staking contract. This is what makes things sustainable, right? All the different fees and layers, and you got to do this and this is what we appreciate, right? So here you can see that once you convert your USDT, you swap it for their token to stake, you get the whole thing. If you put 1,000, you get a whole 1,000. There's no fee on that. But the minute you want to sell the tokens to get back USDT, there is a 5% fee, right? Folks, it's very necessary. We are earning a lot. These fees don't really do much. It's here to help the ecosystem. 3.5% going back to ecosystem development. 1.5 goes back to all of us again in profit share. Depending on the rank you're at, there's profit sharing for the ranks, okay? I believe this brings us to the end, folks. So I just want to say thank you for making it a point to be on here. We are going to take some questions as well. I want to quickly go into this video where we can get a deep dive, a message from the CEO of Jew.com. You know, initially, when we got started, we asked the same question. Is this just a project that some guys made on their blockchain, on the Jew.com blockchain, and are claiming to have partnership with the exchange? Folks, we are about to debunk all of that. You're going to hear directly from the CEO of the multi-billion dollar exchange called Jew.com, who are behind this protocol called JBank.
Hello to all of our JBank leaders and our global family.
Also, we can see that they have a CertiK audit. They have a very high security score, but their operational and social community stuff is very low. Once again, this project was built in an Asian community where all they use is WeChat and there's no Twitter functioning, Facebook, all of that. So they haven't recorded all of that. But as far as the security of the smart contract and the checks behind it, you can see here that they have a very, very high score of 90 security score percent, right? Which is one of the main things you want to look at. What else before we want to go into CoinMarketCap, where you can track all their reserves on chain, folks. They provide the wallet addresses on their blockchain to CoinMarketCap, where you can see they're holding over 200 million in USDT, over 1,600 Bitcoins, right? USDC, Ethereum, BNB, and Solana as reserves for their exchange. You can learn a lot more about this exchange from CoinMarketCap as well, right? So, folks, just want to say thank you for being on here. We will have more subsequent meetings and videos, right? There's so many articles. Just go online and type it. You know, they even have a $500 million joint venture to establish an AI RWA exchange for real world assets with a project called Connexa. Okay, Connexa is a big NASDAQ listed project, and JBank, I mean, not JBank, but Ju.com has partnered with them in a joint venture. That tells you a lot about the company we are working with. They have so much credibility on the line that I think this is going to be a big one for all of us riding the wave with this ecosystem. Once again, leaving you with the last 4 reasons to join. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording and we can take some Q&A.